Personal log. Samus Aran. Entry 8. I have navigated the Magmore Caverns, survived the Magmind heat temperature, and arrived in Phendrana Drifts, likely home of the local space pirate base on the planet. Also learned recently that whatever impact crater caused the eventual destruction of the Chozo and toxicity of the planet has been contained inside a crater by Chozo seals, artifacts, some sort of technology. Long term, if I would like to enter the crater and destroy whatever presence is causing the corruption, I'll have to find all the artifacts and make my way to the center of the planet. The Chozo seem to have some prophecy about likely me doing just such a thing. They are strange in their ways. I don't know if I like the sounds of prophecy, but one way or the other, I will find Ridley and destroy him. And if I can save the planet while doing so, I will. Now, having just arrived in Phendrana Drifts, I'm not terribly familiar with the locale just yet. We have floating ice platforms. I unlocked a door up here, but I'm unable to get up just yet. Perhaps a little bit of platforming will be in order. Simple enough. Pull out my scanner. Quick look around from up here at a good vantage point. That was the way back to Magmore Caverns. Some sort of Chozo temple. Long abandoned, most likely. Plenty of escape routes from this area as well, according to my map. I've seen a creature like this before. This one seems to be a little different. The Scatter Bombu. Pulsating tendrils of energy extend from the creature's body. Like all Bombus, these can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these lifeforms may result in electrical visor interference, as I can see. It is possible to avoid engaging Scatter Bombus by rolling into the morph ball and slipping between the streams. Seems like a reasonable objective. Now what? Oh, this one looks vicious. The baby Sheegoth, a glacial predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak point, baby Sheegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. Not today. So, shoot him in the back. I feel like I'm encountering a theme of the creatures on this planet. Not terribly dangerous, though. Simple charge beam destroys their backplating. Mind you, the scanner did say they were babies. $60 missile capacity. Not too shabby. Never know when you can destroy the ice or not. Some must be more recently formed and easier to destroy. Get to determine a way on top of these various buildings. Perhaps these ledges here will suffice. Perhaps I should use the map to determine my objective as well. Essentially, to get to that door. Like I'm gonna have to take the long way around. check this first. That ledge seems to be inoperable. Frozen waterfalls. This place would have been quite beautiful were it not for the space pirate presence. All of the glacial monsters. There we go. Above this old building. Ah, 2-for-1 deal. Here's the Chozo may have had some sort of solar panels to power them when they were inhabiting these buildings. Scanner has nothing to say about it though. Ah, these underground things again. Just gotta be quick when they jump. Otherwise, they're not too dangerous. I expect the power shot will do quite the job. Maybe a little bit too slow for these. Is this more of that phase-on material? The space pirates must be nearby. Ah. Have circuited around back to the main shorelines again. Bomboos. Nothing I can do about them at the moment. But stay out of their way. For now, I'll leave this room unexplored. In favor of preserving my energy. Some more baby she-goths. Ah, okay. Aren't you pretty? Face only a mother could love. Alright. This batch seems a little bit more certain. A bit more interested in melee with me rather than ranged attacks. Also appears that the charge beam was definitely the correct method of destruction. Regular shots seem to do very little. Convenient boxes full of energy, though. Keep me relatively healthy. A purple door. Seen one of those before as well. I believe there's much I can do about them at the moment. Spinning bomboos. Simple enough. Now, where am I? Phendrana Canyon. More crystallites. Structure is vaguely Chozo. Not seeing a lot of space pirate activity here just yet. Grapple hooks again. Ah, Chozo lore. Many Chozo have gone beyond now, and this is a mercy. Those of us who remain suffer in dimensional flux, drifting helplessly across time and space, guided by unseen and inexorable currents. The Chozo who cling to sanity fight the tide, but our minds are weakening. Soon we will all be like the Turned, Chozo who have been utterly corrupted by the great poison. The Turned still hold to their Chozo forms, but their minds are black with fell intention. Gone is their respect for life. They honor only destruction, and seek to disrupt the artifacts holding the great poison at bay. All life taunts them, and they do not rest. Before long, they will be all that remain of the Chozo here. It does appear they've somehow transcended their physical bodies, and become some sort of ethereal spirit creatures. Unfortunately, whereas I would expect the Chozo to be benign beings by default, the corruption of whatever that impact crater was seems to be driving them all mad. She-Goths. Okay, those are just floating platforms, simple enough. Check that switch out. Let's go to the bottom here. Alright. Foolish She-Goths. You're no match. Appears to be some tower over there. I wonder if that's one of the ones that the artifacts were mentioning. They said something about a tower in Phendrana Drift. Realignment. Ah! That will make this much more simple. No beeping alarm warning me to go quickly. Or not. Maybe I should get a move on here. Ooh, what's this? Something I've never had before. What kind of Chozo artifact have we found today? Very well. Boost ball time. Perhaps these half pikes will provide some entertainment value now. And yes, indeed, I can boost to great heights on these. Very entertaining. Perhaps there is something of value in this area that I could use the half pike to reach. Perhaps not. I haven't been the other side yet at high altitude. Half pike ends there. I'm doubtful of any true value exploring this area, but I feel it is my duty to at least have a look around. Crud. Well, another opportunity to practice my boosting skills. It will definitely take some practice to become more proficient with that technique. Very well. I have seen some areas like that in other areas on the planet. Previously explored areas. These are... No, they're still considered babies. I thought they might have been slightly larger than some of the previous She-Goths. Been in here? Appear like there's anything to do in this room. Oh. There may be some lore to gather up, though. None know if our temple, the Cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. How can we Chozo hope for it to remain intact when that which it guards writhes in the darkness, growing always stronger? The fate of this world rests with the gathering of artifacts we call the Cipher, but even it is not all-powerful. It is strong, yes, an enchanted hole made of 12 links. Still, it is finite in its reach, and we who guard it are slowly succumbing. When our vigilance crumbles away into madness, the cipher will be exposed, and the fate of Talon 4 will be beyond our influence. Well, hopefully it's not too late. I have some intention of doing what I can to help. Alright, well, the purple door is likely beyond our abilities at the moment. Now what? Ridley. I'm on to you. It won't be long now before I catch you. Put you to rest for good. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make it to that temple just yet. Even if I were at a proper height. No, that jump is too far. There are certainly some items over there, some power-ups of some form. For now, I think I need to return the Magmore Caverns, perhaps the Chozo Ruins, and continue my exploration now that I have the boost ball. It was a nice visit to Phendran. It was a nice visit to the snow area. Managed to cool off my suit a little before we go back into the lava. But now it's our time. Back into the heat. I guess we won't be putting a stop to the space pirates activities in Phendrana Drifts just yet. Ah, the turrets again. I remember you. So, logically speaking, where do I go next? Let's see. There was definitely at least one half-pike on the Talon Overworld. I don't remember any in the Magmore Caverns that come to mind. And that's all I can do to unlock new areas at the moment. So let's go back to surface. And there should be one or two as well that I remember in the Chozo Ruins. We just make a dash for it here. That was not exactly where I meant to dash to. Here's the door. Alright, no problem, no problem. This is that weird material. Bendesium. Don't expect Boost Ball to do anything about that. Right. Flamethrowers. At least I'm not running from my life this time. Silly lava dragons. Ah, okay. Let me bring that energy over here. Ah, gotcha. It may have been quicker to just burn my feet off a little bit and run straight to the exit, but I'm not too interested in jumping straight through the lava right now. ignore that beastie. It's doubtful he can keep up with me anyway. That requires some sort of magnetical attachment. There were plenty of magnet rails we've discovered during our exploration. Back to the overworld. Okay. Found some items underneath here. Missiles, I believe. Climb our way back up around the tree again. Might as well put these insects out of their misery. What is this? Incubating life forms below the surface. Nesting ground for them of some sort? Put an end to their spawn for good if I could. The overworld is so much more relaxing than the Magmore Caverns. Ooh, careful. No! Ah, that one jump vexes. There I go. Alright, probably needs that grapple beam attachment. Plant that's killed by its own projectile. Hilarious. Okay, so this was the half-bike I was thinking of. What's my end goal here? Probably up to that ledge? Boost up, fall down. Yeah, this is somewhere I haven't been before, for sure. Sandstone. Well, that's simple enough. Well, simple enough. There's plenty of it. Some area I've never been to. Ha! Nice try, Zoomers. Plant life is looking particularly radioactive. Mutagenic properties of this phazon, perhaps? I suppose the space pirates aren't smart enough to figure it out on their own. They'd probably notice the life on the planet being mutated and then just, you know, want to expand upon what they saw, what they observed. Ah, let's try not to fall down here. Oh, what's this? Space jump? Now that's more like it. Getting around just got a whole lot easier. Ah, much better. Now, gravity on this planet doesn't seem to allow me to space jump infinitely, but it's still better than nothing. What a nice little room. Thank you, Chozo. Left that for me. Now, I have some options. I could progress to the frigate crash site, although my map is telling me the doors are white, which I will not be able to open anyway. So let's not worry about that. Could head back to the temple. No point going there right now. I could go back to Phendrana Drifts now that I have the space jump boots. But I think I'll go for a change of scenery towards the Chozo Ruins. Although, perhaps, it's in my best interest to rest up a little first. Get some R&R before I go on to another adventure.